Hello guys, and one girl, maybe a couple. I'm looking for a new intro, so comment below and let me know. Anyways, to today's video, we're doing, because this is me and you guys. We're doing what I think are the best competition or pro cars, whatever you want to call them, for Assetto Corsa. This one was hard for me because I'm honestly pretty attached to the first car I'm gonna use. It's like my absolute go-to, but there's some other ones I've tried that I do really enjoy and would like to recommend. We're gonna stick on the same track for all the cars so we can do kind of a fair comparison. We're doing Evergreen Speedway from Formula Drift. Starting out, like I said, pretty much my favorite car in the game is Virtual Drift Championship RX7. All right, so let's see what we can do here. No warm-up lap, we're just sending it. Oh, too wide. Should warmed up. We had it going. This is like the slightly older layout where they don't have the outer zone at the end. They have the inner clip. So that's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. So this car in particular is just, I mean, it's got to be one of the fastest cars that you can get in the game. Come on, get out on the wall. What are we doing here? There we go. I just love the way that this car kind of snaps and transitions. If you watch it like in between corners, it's so like planty coming out of the corner, and I can just do a quick lift and it snaps super fast, get back on throttle. This car is just like, in my opinion, the best there is. But I have 4 more other cars I want to show you guys, and there's definitely some other bangers in here and ones that are much easier to drive. All right, next up we have Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s Ford Mustang, which is also Chelsea Denofa's. They're basically the same, but it's the ACDFR car pack. I did find out they're a bit of a cheater car, so if you guys have watched some of the other videos or are familiar with sim drifting in Assetto Corsa, they can basically adjust the inertia. Hold on, let's get a rip in. They can adjust the inertia so that it makes it essentially easier to drift. They'll hold a slide a lot easier than they would in real life. And so it's not as realistic of an experience as it could be, but it makes them easier to kind of drive. So I think the best example in this video is if you saw on the second outer zone how I was able to kind of stretch that. Now, the reason I put it in this is you get the experience of going super fast and having these high grip levels with a little bit more forgiving of a car. Probably out of the whole list, I would say this is one of my tops for guys that are just wanting to start driving a pro style car. And you'll be able to have fun and keep up with people for the most part in it. So this car also just sounds so sick. No, too wide, too wide. That's like the hardest part of this track. No! Aww. See, as I'm driving this car, I'm so not used to how slow the transitions are on a competition style course like this. Like, that's kind of where the inertia model, like, it's good for when you're starting because you're probably not going to go through this course as fast as you could. But then, as you're kind of more advancing and you're starting to really travel fast through it, and be on those zones, you're like, oh, I wish it would just transition a little bit faster. You can do a little bit in the tuning, but again, that's just when it's probably time to move to like a little bit more advanced car. For you guys that are wanting to try out a pro car for your first time, I would definitely recommend this one. This is a good one. All right, next we got the Tsujigiri, I think that's how you say it, car pack, but specifically the Hero S14.9 2JZ. I really enjoyed this car when I first tried it. The steering is so much different than VDC. It's taking me a second to get used to. Oh, whiffed it. I don't feel like I have as good of a feel. Now that is something that you could mess around with the steering wheel settings. I use the exact same steering wheel settings for every car pack. They're just kind of universal and they work pretty well for all of them. You could probably tweak it and get it to feel a little bit better. The only thing that is like, for me, is kind of when I was in turn there, I didn't have a really good feel of where the wheels kind of were and how much they were moving around. But again, that might just be something that after like a couple laps, you know, you'd get used to it. See, I overthrew it again there. It looked cool, but that's not where I really wanted to be. Yeah, Tsujigiri, I did try one of the other cars, the RB28 S14.5, that almost made it on this list, but I didn't want to have two of them on here. So again, the whole car pack is really good. I hear good things from a lot of people about them. All right, next up, we have the World Drift Tour Nissan Skyline R34. You guys didn't really think I could make this video without putting a Skyline in it, did you? Come on now. World Drift Tour Street Pack is one of the best car packs for sure, especially for beginners and just to street cars. Their comp pack is also rated pretty highly. I'll be honest, I haven't driven this car in a little while. And we're off the wall there, pulling down. Oh gosh. I like the steering in this car. Honestly, this car is a lot better than I remember. These cars are definitely easier to drive than the VDC, but they don't have the like cheater inertia model like the ACDFR. So to me, this is another one that's a real good like step up car. Oh gosh. Get it together. There we go. Okay, I know that wasn't perfect, but that was a lot better, for sure. You cannot go wrong with these cars. I would say the ACDFR are probably a little bit easier to drive still, and so I might kind of start there, but then you could kind of move into these and then VDC later down the road, but very, very good cars. All right, last, but definitely not least, we have the Virtual Drift Championship Nissan Silvia S15 2JZ. First reason I put this car in this car pack and put it last, by the way, these aren't really in any order besides the RX7 being my favorite and being first. But this car is a good amount easier to drive than the RX7, and I see a lot of people choose this car to drive from the VDC car pack. Savage, savage fast. Definitely one of the fastest. This car is fun. This car is super fun. Alright guys, well I'm gonna call it on that, honestly. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, leave us a like as well. Also, if you guys want to support us, check out our merch on HaugenRacing.com. These are our team shirts. We'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace.